The Gunsmith builds you will see on this video works for me and my skill level. So before you complain in the comments saying, this build sucks, try it out first. If you don't like it, we can all move on with our lives and just try other builds that might work for you. Thanks.
Hey guys, it's Keith. Today I'm going to show you the best loadouts for solo ranked for every situation, every game mode, and every playstyle you might want to play. These loadouts are well-rounded, so you could adjust to what your team needs for you to play in order to win the match. For the first class, we have a Manowar loadout, the current go-to weapon of almost everyone this season. Its 3-shot kill capability and very easy to control recoil is one of the main strengths of this assault rifle. Here's the best Gunsmith build that almost everyone uses, but if you don't have the Manowar Cardinal skin, you might want to put on optics. Simply remove the stock attachment and put on the optic of your choice. This class is focused on holding down power positions, taking down enemy score streaks, and provide support from medium to long range. You can use this for maps with large areas like crash and firing range, where there are very good power positions you can hold. FHJ is my secondary weapon of choice in order to take down enemy score streaks, and it's also good for trolling. For the perks, we'll be using Lightweight, Quick Fix, and High Alert. These perks are my go-to when it comes to using assault rifles. If you have a hard time dealing with flinch, swap Quick Fix for toughness, and if you want faster score streaks, swap High Alert for hardline. For more perk combinations, you can check my video right here. Thermite and Trophy are my equipment of choice. Thermite just for denying enemies to certain areas, and Trophy for protecting myself from grenades when holding power positions. Since we won't be rushing that much and we'll be mostly holding power positions, we're going to go with the Annihilator for operator skill. This gun is for close to mid-range gunfights and for players who possess higher skill in the game. The HVK-30 is used by players in the global scene, and it is still viable even after its recent nerf. Here's the Gunsmith build you can use for the HVK, and keep in mind that this gun is only viable with the large caliber ammo equipped. You end up with only 24 rounds per mag, that's why I mentioned that this gun is for skilled players. You can use this class to rush people with its high fire rate, and if you want, you can still hold power positions with this class. As for the secondary weapon, perks, equipment, and operator skill, we still have the ones in the previous class because I like having uniformity among my AR classes. One of my favorite guns to use, the LK24 can compete with the current meta only if you know how to use it. This assault rifle is very versatile according on how you build it, but it is a gun you can use whenever you want to have fun and not depend on meta guns. Here's the Gunsmith build for a more versatile play. If you don't have a skin with a good iron sight, remove the foregrip or the mag attachment and put on an optic, like the classic red dot sight. You can use this in a variety of maps because it's just so versatile and you can have so much fun with it. For the rest of the class, I still use the same stuff from the previous one, just because this class is tailored mainly to provide support for the team. If you've made it this far and you're loving the content, consider hitting the like button down below. It really helps support the channel and makes me create more content for you guys. This gun is just a better ICR and it performs like an AR SMG hybrid. The GKS is very enjoyable to use and you can compete with it. Here's the GKS build I use. I got this from Signu, one of the best COD mobile YouTubers out there that provides you with builds based on weapon statistics. I suggest you check him out if you haven't. This class is built to provide support to the team while being able to run around the map without having to worry about enemy UAVs. You can use this gun for almost all of the maps in the game. For my secondary weapon, I use a knife because it's just fun to run with it. And for the perks, we're running Lightweight, Ghost, so we can run around the map freely, and Shrapnel for our lethal equipment, which is the Thermite, in order to deny enemies from certain areas. Goes with Smoke for our tactical equipment in order to blind enemy lanes. For the operator skill, I went with the War Machine. It's what I usually use with my SMG classes because it can be used in close to medium range, and it's arguably the best operator skill out there. This gun is beginning to be my go-to SMG and for good reasons. Before this gun came out, I was using the QQ9 whenever the game was getting stale. The QXR has competitive time to kill and has very good fire rate with the enhanced bolt perk. This is one of the most fun SMGs to use inside this game. Here's the Gunsmith build that I use in Ranked. You can replace the monolithic suppressor for the short barrel if you prefer the QXR not to be silenced. You can call this the better QQ9 because for me, the QQ9 became obsolete with the QXR being the good gun that it is. Good for rushing, decent mag size, and you can also challenge medium range gunfights. For the secondary weapon, we're going with the MW11. So with this, we have an SMG, which is the QXR, and a mini SMG. You can use this gun in areas of the map that are tight, and areas you can get behind head glitches and take medium range gunfights. As for the perks, we have Lightweight, Ghost to go with the suppressor, and High Alert so we know where to move around the map. As for the equipment, Thermite is still the way to go and concussion grenades to throw while we flank. We're going to run again with the War Machine just because it's so good and effective if you can get your aim right for it. Season 1's dominant SMG for close range fights is none other than the Fennec. Its extremely fast fire rate and good damage makes it the go-to weapon for close quarters combat. But in the competitive scene, despite its high vertical recoil, pro players still manage to use this gun in medium ranges. For the Gunsmith build, you can remove the operator foregrip to put on optics, but that will result in a very high recoil. Again, this build is for more skilled players and is being used by pros in major tournaments. This gun is for players that like to rush and are very accurate with their shots. If you miss too much, you will surely have to reload immediately, but you will win almost all of your face-to-face gunfights against an AR or another SMG not named Fennec. This gun thrives in maps like Nuketown, Standoff, Summit, just maps that have tight areas in general. For my secondary weapon, I'm using the Akimbo Deagle. So in this scenario, we have an SMG as our primary and a mini shotgun as our secondary. The perks we're running are Lightweight, Quick Fix, and Shrapnel. The current go-to shotgun for pros in Garena, the KRM-262 is used as a counter for the Fennec in close range. And with a one-shot kill, pro players usually go on 2 to 4 kill feeds with this gun. Here's the Gunsmith build for the KRM. This build is used by pro players in Garena, and the speed up kill perk is used in order to be harder to hit whenever you get the kill. An aggressive playstyle is required to use this gun, and you have to have good movement. Here's a pro tip: hide yourself behind where enemies won't usually look and let them run by you. Then kill them from behind with the KRM. For the secondary weapon, we're using our mini SMG, the MW11. Again, use these maps like the ones I mentioned on the Fennec class. For the perks, we got Lightweight, Quick Fix, and Shrapnel. For the equipment, to change things up a bit, I use the Sticky Grenade, but really Thermite is the way. For our operator skill, since we're already taking close range gunfights, might as well go with Gravity Spikes to catch our enemies by surprise. This gun got less attention because it got nerfed, but it's still effective if you can learn how to use it properly. The Chopper is still the king of LMGs in Season 1 of COD Mobile. Despite the recoil and damage nerf, you can still use this gun like an AR or an SMG inside the game. Here's the build that I use for the Chopper. Nothing has changed ever since its rise in popularity, and this build is still usable if you can play the Chopper right. You can hold power positions with the Chopper, or you can push areas and stay in head glitches while you control an area. You can use this gun in almost all maps, but for maps that are tight, I suggest you hold a certain area while the rest of your team do the pushing. This class is built for support players and stacking up points for score streaks. That's why instead of High Alert, we're running Hardline. We're going back to our assault rifle class equipment, Thermite and Trophy, because we'll be mainly holding an area. For the operator skill, you can't go wrong with either the Annihilator or the War Machine. Of course, you need at least one sniper class in your loadout. Nothing fancy, here are the sniper builds featured in my sniper tutorial. Here's one for Locust, for the DLQ, and for the Arctic 50. Each will be effective depending on how you use it. For our secondary weapon, we're going to run our Akimbo Deagle, so we have a mini shotgun if someone rushes us close range. Snipers can be used both by passive and aggressive players and are super OP. You can use sniper rifles in all maps if you're skilled enough. For the perks, we're running the usual, and for the equipment, we got Frag Grenade and Trophy System. If you're practicing on how to snipe, I suggest you check out my previous videos and run Annihilator as your operator skill if you decide to play respawns with a sniper. As mentioned in my tips video, you can speed boost upon spawning in the beginning of rounds in Search and Destroy, or in respawn game modes in order to get in position ahead of the enemy team. This loadout should be ready with an AR of your choice with a tough perk equipped. The rest of the class doesn't really matter, but you might want to equip a melee weapon or a pistol with above 100 mobility to run with whenever you perform the speed boost. Even if you aren't using the assault rifle in your speed boost loadout, the weapon will still gain some XP points to level up your gun. That's it for today's video. I hope you try some of the classes mentioned, and I hope it helps with your journey in solo ranking. I read each of your comments and I'm glad I can help you through my content. But for now, it's time for the question of the day. What's your favorite operator skill? Answer away. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.